Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. I'm just setting off from my overnight mooring at Pooley Country Park, which is on the Coventry Canal just north of Polesworth, and I was getting my boat ready to move, lifting up the tyre fenders which I put down by the bank, and this little chap was in there. A toad. Over the years I've had quite a lot of animals in my tyre fenders. I've had frogs, toads, crayfish, fish, mice, newts, various types of insects and moths. You never know what you're going to find. Anyway, this one was perfectly alright and I gave him his freedom. So today is Sunday the 7th of April 2019, and the plan for today is to travel from here, go through Tamworth and then out the other side. I'm not quite sure where I was going to stop at this point. But as far as this video is going to go, it's going to take us as far as Fazeley Junction. The weather's not particularly lovely today, but it's dry and it's not windy, so can't complain too much. Because it's a Sunday, very likely we'll meet a few boats on the way. And despite the grey weather, spring is definitely in progress. Everything's starting to green up quite nicely. Now if you cross this bridge up ahead, it's number 59, on the left is the ruined remains of Alvcott Priory, which you can wander around and have a look. Quite interesting. This is quite a busy spot. There's a pub, a marina, and up ahead to the right there's a boatyard. What is it about boating? Whenever you get to a really narrow spot in the canal, this happens. Emergency stop. Go into reverse. Trouble is with my boat, it doesn't slow down very quickly and I lose all my steering. Luckily these chaps are reversing to let me through. Needless to say though, this sort of thing happens so often that I'm always ready for it anyway. You expect it to happen. We're just starting to get into the built up areas now. This is still not Tamworth, this is Amington, but I'm not really sure where Amington ends and Tamworth begins really. It just seems to just continue on. And what do you know, it happens again. Emergency stop. This time I jump off the boat and pull the boat backwards on the rope to let these people through. It seems like the logical way to proceed. Bit too narrow through there for two boats, I think. And there's always the possibility of shopping trolleys in the canal, so best to be a bit careful. And on we go again. And it nearly happened again, but I just managed to squeeze through here. I love weeping willows, they're my favourite waterside tree, and they always come out into leaf really early. So this is Bridge 71, and apparently there's a winding hole just a bit after here. I haven't included it in my video because I've had to edit this one quite severely. Now we're arriving at Glasscock Locks. There's a boatyard here on the right with a small marina, and there's two locks to go down through with a total drop of about 13 or 14 feet. It'll be too slow and boring to show you both of these locks, but I will show you an edited version, which we'll whiz through in a matter of minutes. I wish locks were always this quick and easy. The novelty wears off a bit after a few years. Now I think that's the Tamworth Boating Club there on the left, with a strict no turning sign. This narrow channel we're approaching is the Tame Aqueduct. It's quite high up. The river flows underneath it. It must be the River Tame, presumably. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've dropped the video down to real time for a moment, because on the other side of that bridge is Fazeley Junction, which turns to the left. But you've got a great view of this from the front of the boat here. Back at the other end, 50 feet away, I can't see quite so well, and I don't notice that little pathway sticking out on the left. It's quite unusual to have that on bridges. And I kind of bumped it a little bit. Fortunately, no harm was done to either me, the boat, or the bridge. And there's Fazeley Junction. These things happen, sometimes it's unavoidable. So if you want to go to Birmingham, you would turn left here and go off in that direction, meanwhile carrying on. This part of the canal is actually called the Birmingham and Fazeley Canal now. It shares its course with the Coventry Canal for a few miles, and then it turns back to the Coventry Canal again. And the only real difference you'll see is that all the bridges are not numbered anymore, they've got names. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll continue this trip in the next video, so I shall see you next time.